you ever seen someone mistreating an animal and wanted to say something and stop and do something about it, but you didn't? Maybe you should have. My biggest pet peeve is bad pet owners, people who mistreat their dogs or use them for their own personal gain or fighting them. Which brings me to my main point number one, mistreating animals. When you see someone mistreating an animal, you should stop and say something, or whether it's seeing an animal tied to a chain and skinny, not being fed, watered, you should stop and say something or call somebody that can do something about it. Then when people yell and scream at their dogs all the time, I mean, that makes their dog nervous all the time and skittish and never get the full potential out of your dog if you do that. Beating an animal is the worst you can do. I mean, I understand there's certain things that you discipline your dog for that you don't want your dog doing in your house or something like that, but whenever you beat your dog because you're having a bad day or something like that, that's not something you should do. There was this one time, a buddy of mine, I ended an 8-year framership on it. Him and his old lady got into a fight, and he took it out on his dog because his dog had been locked up in a cage for about 5 hours straight all day. Probably needed to go to the bathroom or something. It was whining and got onto his nerves about it. So he went out in the other room, and then I heard the dog start yelping and whining, and then all of a sudden I see him fly across the room and smash into the wall, and the drywall broke, like slammed to the drywall. We got put a hole in the wall. Anyways, me and him ended up getting into a fist fight, and then the outcome come out where, I mean, he ended up getting knocked out, and I took the dog from him. I still have the dog to this day. I mean, so that's kind of, I don't know, it gets me really mad when I see that. Main point number two would be breeding for wealth. People need to realize when an animal has a bunch of litters, puts a lot of stress on them, it changes their behavior. Dogs should not be bred for wealth. They're animals that are intended for fun, they're animals that are not intended for that. They're fun-loving animals, not an ATM machine. Another issue is they can become possessive of their pups, and that is not good for the owner or anybody else in the house. Main point number three is dog fighting. People fight dogs, mainly pits. They're running a unique breed of animals and ruining their reputation. Due to fighting, people think pits are mean dogs, when in reality it is the way the owner raises the dog. They're a loyal, loving breed if you raise them right. Some people should not be allowed to own pits because giving them a wrong reputation are going to make everyone suffer that are loyal and loving to their animal. In conclusion, I hope everyone can walk away from this and be able to do something next time you see an animal being mistreated. They do have feelings, and never know the one you save may become your best friend.